No is a complete sentence. It's common sense. I don't owe you an explanation. And not just that, 0%. You just so fine though. Can I? You're making me uncomfortable. I'm gonna scream. Everyone, this dusty bond is making me feel. All right, you got it. You got it. 100%. Perfection. And with that being said, babe. So what were you saying? I'm sorry. It's really in there. I gotta get it out. So what? Never mind. I'm good. How to keep a dusty mind away. Just be dusty. 100%. Perfection. I said I'm good. What language does a dusty mind speak? What don't you understand? Just let me get to know you. Like you too good or something? Okay, hold on. What would you rate that? Fart. 100%, 0%. That was pretty good. I think it's time for me to go.
I've seen a lot of moms say that they're teaching their sons that no means no and no is a complete sentence, which is good, but men, children, boys, they understand completely that no means no. The problem is that they don't value when women tell them no. Children understand what no means from a very young age. Ask any 2-year-old what their favorite word is, it's no. Men are extremely aware of what no means whenever they tell women no. The issue isn't that boys need to be taught that no means no. The issue is that boys need to be taught to value the word of women. But they can't do that unless they value women as people. And most boys in a patriarchal society are not being raised to view women as people. It's in the shows they watch, the movies they watch, the music they listen to. It's in the examples of their fathers, of their brothers, of their uncles, of their grandparents. It's an uphill battle, and teaching boys that no means no won't fix it.
You belong to me. Oh yes you do. I kissed your picture and the mirror cracked. Clock struck midnight and I never looked back. Fed the fire with your perfume and lace. Now your name is carved in this haunted place. You belong to me now.
So until we burn down this entire system and matriarchy returns, I'm going to have to keep making videos about male entitlement and about everything that these males are doing in the world and why women should be on high alert right now. I'm going to keep reminding y'all that if you're out here and you're in these marriages, relationships, dating, on dating sites, you plan to get married, you plan to have children, you need to be alert and you need to be aware of what is going on around you with males, because they themselves are online telling you that they are natural predators and that you are their prey. They're showing you and they're telling you in every way possible. And I know that a lot of people believe that this is because of society and socialization, and I don't disagree. That has a lot to do with it. But this is nature. I look at nature all the time. I keep telling y'all I've made a video about this, about their nature and about our nature. Women are not in their nature. Women are outside of their nature right now, which is why we are losing our lives globally at an alarming rate. And there are a lot of males who are losing their lives too because of other males. But the main issue, in my opinion, y'all, the main issue is that women are giving birth to this. Women are birthing the people who are causing all of the things that we say are our biggest problems. And we're birthing all of the people who men say are their biggest problems. Which is, when you listen to men, they'll say that racism is a big problem. Yeah, it is, but who's leading that? Men will say that capitalism is a big problem, but who is leading that? Other men are leading the charge when it comes to sexism, capitalism, racism, all of the isms, except for feminism, which was also caused by what men are doing. Women are becoming feminists because of the things that men are doing to them. So if you just look at the root of the problem, it is that women are giving birth to the people who are causing all of the major issues on the planet. But that's a whole nother video, y'all. We're going to talk about male entitlement today. We see it daily. Women see it daily. Men act like they don't see it, but maybe they don't see it as much as we see it because we're women, and women are going through this world and actually having to encounter them head on, and other men are not. But if you're like a gay man, you probably know what a lot of women are talking about, and you can sympathize. Even if you're not gay, the men who really want to see why women are the way that we are, there are some men who are investing their time into understanding why women are veering away from dating and childbirth. Not a lot, not as many as we need, but there are some, and I think that y'all should support those men. Could some of them be lying just to get the views and the money and the attention? Yes. But as long as they're speaking the truth and speaking what you need them to say, I think women should reward them and support them to get this message out, because we are entering a new world order. And believe it or not, our voices are going to change the way that this new world is going to be shaped. So your contribution, even if you don't speak out about it online, your contribution when you share these videos, when you comment, when you tell other people about these videos, if you like them and you think that they may help other women, that's your contribution. That is how social media works and is spread worldwide and nationwide. By your shares, your likes, your comments, you push us into the algorithm. And the things that you don't like, if you don't like this and you see this in your very own life, will change faster, because that is what going viral means. You share, and in return, we get the desired results, and you get to fund the people that are saying and believe in the things that you believe in. You don't actually have to give us cash, because I don't ask for cash from any of y'all, but if y'all push us into the algorithm and you help our channels grow, we can get funded and we can get paid and we can do some of the things that we need to make this world a better place. So I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to get into this video, and like always, I'll be in and out, and I will talk to y'all later.
Admit this, I feel like it's some women who I've chased out of a sense of entitlement. Ooh. Right? Like, it's some women who I felt like, you're attractive, but I've dated far more attractive women than you. So you gotta give me some pussy. That's what you're saying. So it ain't even just about the pussy, but it's just like, I can't understand why you not fucking with me like that, because you really not even my type for real. Like, I really date, like, girls that's, like, a lot more attractive. So, but I am attracted to you, but I wasn't even really on shit for real, and you not fucking with me. And I can't believe this shit. So now I'm, like, really on your heels now, just to prove to myself that I'm who I think I am.
This is another example of a man just seeing you as something to conquer and not as an actual person. And the crazy thing is there's men out here that will go after women that they really do find attractive and, like, really actually do want, but they'll end up treating you like garbage because you intimidate them and they're jealous of you in some kind of way, like the access you get to other men, like the stuff that you can get, and now they want to humble you. And this is why I say, like, a lot of men, again, won't say all, but a lot of men really don't have good intentions at the end of the day. So it's really on women to make sure that if, you know, you have a man in your space, that he's actually going to be good for you in some kind of way. Because if not, you're probably going to get taken advantage of and get treated like garbage at the same time. So just got to make sure, like, any man that you let in your space, they have to serve some kind of purpose. Don't let a man just be around you for months and he's not doing anything. But he keeps promising you he will. He won't. Please kick him to the curb. Please, for the love of everything holy, kick him to the curb.
My brothers, let's talk about rejection for a second, because every single woman that I know has multiple stories about men turning salty, petty, verbally abusive, or worse in response to the word no. Or thanks but no thanks. Or even, hey, thanks for a great first date. I thought you were awesome, but I'm not interested. Wish you the best. If your manners, your respect for women, and your ability to treat them as human beings is conditional, and you only reserve basic human kindness for women that will accept or, let's be honest, pretend to entertain your advances, you're not a good guy pushed to the brink who got provoked into anger. You are a child. You are a child who got told they couldn't get a new Lego set today, and you're throwing a tantrum on the floor of a Target. If you don't like hearing that men are trash, or men are violent, or that men are a problem, or that women don't feel safe around you, then you can make an honest-to-God move in the right direction just by accepting rejection with a little bit of grace. Act like you've been there before, because odds are you probably have.
So because men don't really listen to women and they're not really paying attention to what's going on with us, like globally and like on the dating scene, and they don't really date other men and they don't know what their friends and family are out here doing to women, they will jump online and act like it's just so simple to reject men, and they'll make videos like this.
Stop lying. If you are not interested in that man, tell him you are just not interested or you're not attracted to him. There's ways to go about it. But ignoring him and lying, saying you talking to somebody and all this, it's not necessary, bro. When you're clear and you get your message across clear, he's gonna leave it alone and go lock in. Y'all be wanting fans though. So y'all will ignore the man, or y'all like it, or y'all entertain something for a little bit just so he'll stay around and worship you. That shit is crazy. Just let that man know you're not interested, bro. He's trying to fuck with you, and he feels like he has a chance because you just keeping him right there, like wrapped around your finger. Let that man know, bro. Stop playing with people.
Top shit kept calling my phone trying to chill, even though I told this dude time and time again, I'm just not that into you. You're not my type. It's just not clocking for him. He just doesn't get the memo. So he called me today and he's like, Nasha, can I please take you on a date? First of all, that begging shit coming from the wrong person, that shit feel like harassment. Do it not? He was like, yo, I'll literally take you anywhere you want to go, do anything you want to do, eat anything you want to eat. All you gotta do is just say the word. And you know what? I was feeling a little silly today. I was feeling a little silly goose. So I was like, yeah, okay, you can take me on a date, but I know exactly what I want to do. He was like, okay, cool, what do you want to do? And I knew that if I said some shit that was very specific, he would like give up and not try to take me anywhere and think I'm just too difficult. Nah, bitch, I was wrong. So I go, first, I would like to go to a farm and I want to milk a cow. And then I want to make ice cream from that milk from that cow that I just milked. Okay? Sounds ridiculous, right? Bitch. When I tell you this boy went silent on the phone, I was like, yeah, he's about to say never mind.
Now, I don't know if she works with this guy or has to see this guy every single day, but she said on the phone, and in my mind, I'm like, why did you even talk to him? Why didn't you just block him if this is somebody you didn't want to talk to and you would never have to see again? I don't understand, y'all. Help me understand.
Nah. About a minute after him being silent, he says, okay, got it. What you got? What you got? He said, I found a farm that you can milk a cow and make ice cream from that milk.
Y'all, I personally believe that a man would do this, because why not? If you can do this one little thing and you get her to be your girlfriend, even if she doesn't like you and she's just trying to give you a chance, you can get like constant free sex, cooking, cleaning, services, companionship. You can drain her energy. You can get the world if you could just get her to be your girlfriend as a man.
No, you did not. Mind you, bitch, I'm just making shit up in the back of my head. He talking about some, yeah, I did, and it's only 45 minutes from here. Cool! Mind you, I didn't really want to do that. I mean, not with him. Then he was like, okay, what else do you want to do? I'm like, okay, well, after we eat our ice cream, I would like to try trapeze for the first time. Now, bitch, for sure, I knew, like, at this point, like, he must have thought I was trolling. He goes, what's trapeze? I said, I'm not about to explain trapeze to you, bro. If you really want to know what it is, just pull out your phone and TikTok trapeze. So he did. He pulled out TikTok and he looked up trapeze and he was like, why do you want to do that? I'm like, I don't know. I saw Carrie Bradshaw do it on Sex and the City and it looked cool and it looked liberating. So I want to try trapeze. Mind you, bitch, like, I'm trying to make this shit super impossible for him because I already told you 1,000 times I'm not trying to go on a date with you and you keep insisting. So now I'm about to play with you. Now I'm really about to play with you. He said, okay, got it. Found a spot. Ice cream, trapeze. Anything else? I said.
This just goes to show how valuable you are as a woman and how bad they want you, because they know what you bring to the table. Even though they're online shouting, what do women bring to the table? They know. That's why a lot of them are willing to do this. Like, y'all better wake up.
Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. I was like, okay, well, after trapeze, my body's probably gonna be very sore. So like I want to get on one of those boats that's like a jacuzzi in the boat, like a hot tub, and I just want to like relax in the hot tub boat. Can you do that? For surely he was not going to be able to book that shit, especially not last minute like this. He's sitting on the phone again, silent, pause. I'm like, yep, got him. Got him. I'm about to be in bed cozy as fuck, rubbing my feet together, watching The Sopranos. He said, okay, done. I said, what's done? He said, farm where you can make your own ice cream from your own cow's milk, trapeze, and hot tub boat. Now, what do you want to eat? Because I know you're going to be hungry after all those activities. What? I'm like, are you fucking serious, or are you trolling back to me? Because there's no way you actually found a farm with the cows that I can milk and make ice cream, a spot where we can do trapeze here in fucking Florida, and you found a hot tub boat like that we can book today. Like, them shits usually like be reserved like weeks in advance. There's no fucking way. You got to be trolling back. He said, Nasha, I'm gonna ask you again, what do you want to eat? Because these are a lot of activities and we're gonna be hungry after doing all this. Just let me know what you want to eat. I'm like, okay. So I go, okay, I want to try duck for the first time. Bitch, I don't want to try no fucking duck. Like, ew. You know what I'm saying? Ducks are friends, not food. But in my head, I was like, yeah, I definitely got him this time, bitch. And before I even said another word, this boy was like, okay, got it. No, you're lying. You're trolling. There's no fucking way. He said, yeah, it's a spot called Green Papaya, and there's actually one 10 minutes from here. And they have duck in their menu. I don't want to try fucking duck, bitch. I was bluffing hard as fuck. I don't want to try duck. But he found a spot that checked all the boxes. I said, bro, how are you finding all these spots? Are you fucking lying? Like, so quickly and so effortlessly. He said, Nasha, I found everything that you wanted to do. So when and what time? So now I have to get ready for a date with a boy that I don't like because he literally found.
So I'm going to suggest that women stop playing these reindeer games, because on the other line is a man that is already pissed off at you, and he already knows that you're doing this on purpose. But because he gets everything he wants in the end, whether you like him or not, if you decide to be with him, he knows he's going to get the world. But if you piss him off enough, he might just take you out on this first date. If you go on this date and you don't act right and you don't do what he wants you to do, or you're not acting how he wants you to act, he might just take you out. So I really just suggest that women stop playing these games with these men. If you don't want to go, block him, stop talking to him. Don't do all of this. You're wasting energy. You could be spending time doing something more productive than lying to this man.
Everything that I said I wanted to do, which I don't really fucking want to do, bitch. I'm terrified of trapeze. I don't want to eat duck. The milking the cow and making ice cream, yeah, that sounds cool, but that's like so romantic. I don't want to do that with you. I want to do that with the love of my life. So now I have to get ready to go on a date with this guy because I put my money where my mouth is. And the crazy thing is, bitch, that he was literally looking up all these things that I was saying that I wanted to do. He was putting them on an app on his phone, and that's how he was finding all these spots. That is how he was able to find all these places that I was making up in the back of my head. He was using the Corner Maps app to put in every single detail of what I had said into the app, and the app literally pulled up all the spots that match those details perfectly. Boom, just like that. So now I have to get ready to go milk a cow and make ice cream from said cow's milk, and then do trapeze, and then I'm gonna be in a hot tub boat in the middle of the fucking St. John's River. Yeah. And then we're gonna go have a delicious duck dinner, because I don't want him to think I'm a fucking liar, so I'm gonna have to try the duck. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be posting pictures and videos soon, I guess, and I'll have to pack like 3 different outfits for this date. Yeah.
Y'all see how women are out here wasting so much time and energy on men that they don't want to be with? Men who are just trying to drain their life force energy when they could be doing something so much more meaningful, so much more fulfilling. She doesn't even want to go, but she's going to do it anyway. Do y'all know how many women do this just to get men to leave them alone? Like, y'all need to channel your energy into helping women who are in trouble, women who are raising kids alone, women who are in domestic violence situations, children who are in danger. Like, it's so many things that y'all could be doing. Y'all could be feeding homeless women and children. Y'all are just wasting time out here trying to just, I don't know what are y'all trying to do? All she had to do is block this man from the very beginning. Block him and she would never see him again. What are y'all doing? What are women doing? How are we going to change this world if we have so many women out here doing the same shit that she's doing? Like, how much time did you just waste? You just wasted an entire day. Like, and if you decide to keep this up, you'll waste like weeks and months when you could be doing something so much more productive and good for the earth and for the planet and for other people. Stop wasting your time and energy on men because you are scared or you just don't want to tell the truth or you just, I don't know, whatever reason. Stop wasting so much time and energy. You can never get this back. You need to be fulfilled. And for most women, you're not fulfilled unless you're helping somebody. I don't believe that most women can be fulfilled unless they're helping people who will truly like reciprocate and appreciate all the time and energy that you put into them.
You can't be mad that the chick that you want because of what she looks like doesn't want you. You only want her for what she looks like anyways. She doesn't have the other qualities that you're looking for. Leave her alone.
I don't know that. I want, I like what I see. I want to hear and get to know her better.
But sweetheart, they're talking to the women that are saying they're not going to cook. Leave them alone.
No, well, they find out she's not going to cook after they speak to them.
Okay, and then you're like, okay, then leave her alone. That's what I'm saying. There's somebody for everybody. The chick that doesn't want to cook, leave her alone.
But how many men, other than chefs, don't want a woman who's nurturing and wants to cook for them and cater to them? How many men don't want this?
I don't know the answer to that. I would imagine that most men do want that.
Right. There are things that women want. Mm-hmm. We know what they are.
And they may not get it. They might get it, they might not. Men can say what they want, they might get it, they might not. It's the same thing.
Why can't men just leave women alone? What? Serious? Why can't men just leave women alone? The way she had to say, just leave them alone 11 times, and this man was so resistant just to the idea of leaving a woman alone who's not interested in him. Every time I've ever done a post about the 4B movement in South Korea where women are saying they don't want to deal with men anymore, without fail, I have a bunch of dudes in the comments complaining and trying to prove to us why we need them, how bad it's gonna be for us if we stop dealing with them. And my question is, why? I mean, I know I'm going to actually regret this, but I actually want to know. I would love some men to come in and tell us women, why can't y'all take no for an answer? Why do you need to force yourself on people who are not interested in engaging with you? Why was that guy in the Stitch video so resistant to the idea of just moving on to another woman who actually might be interested in him and might be what he's looking for? What is it? Because whenever somebody tells me they don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with them.
It's not hard. Y'all want men to answer you, but like women are telling you every day. I'm telling you right now, the answer is men cannot leave women alone because women are doing everything for men. Women are raising the children. Women are giving them free sex. Women are giving them free meals 3 times a day. Women are working and paying half of their bills or more. Women are doing everything for free. They're getting servants. They're getting service. They're getting everything. Why would they want to leave you alone if they can get any woman in the world and benefit from it? Why would they? If I was a man, I would probably be hunting women also because I'm getting everything. I'm getting sex, the thing that I love the most. I'm getting a woman who works hard and helps me pay bills because I don't want to pay all of them by myself. I'm getting food because I never was taught to cook and I don't want to cook. I'm getting a free maid or house service. I don't want to clean the house. I'm getting a woman who will take out the trash and mow the grass and bear my children. I'm getting a woman who will help me with my business, help me if I want to go to school. Why would men leave women alone when there are millions of women who are trained to do these things and who feel like it is their duty to do these things? Why would I, as a man, want to leave women alone when I can live like a king if I can just snatch one of them, let alone 2 or 3 of them? If I could snatch me one woman that I know is going to do cooking, cleaning, free sex, why would I want to leave women alone? I would not. I would hunt them because women are the prize.
This is the contradiction that I think that so many women actually need to hear, because so many women are like, he doesn't get it. He does get it. He's entitled and he doesn't care. He wants the benefit of closeness without any of the behavior that creates closeness. That's entitlement. He wants sex from a woman that he openly treats with contempt. That's not intimacy. And I find it really interesting because a lot of these men will say he wants intimacy, he wants closeness, he wants sex. If he wanted intimacy, he wouldn't conflate intimacy and sex. He would do something to get close. He is quite literally saying to her, I don't want to have to talk to you just to get sex. Even the framing of get sex, he's not having it with you, he's doing it to you. Now, of course, unsurprisingly, as men do, they all glossed over the exact part that they were supposed to notice. The comment section was a clown show. She literally said she was being pressured and grabbed at and that he gets angry when she says no. And she said that that's what kills the desire. She said, I don't feel emotionally connected to you. His behavior is the reason that sex is not freely happening. And all of the men in the comment section, all of them skipped right over that part. They went straight to his needs, right? His frustration, his sex life, his suffering, his lack of access. They identified with that. And that response is so the tell. They watched a woman explain coercion, and then they immediately sided with the man that was coercing her. They share his entitlement.
You up in this car during cleanup crew. We go back to yours, and you don't give me some. Like Andy Lago would say, you have to right side. Let me know where it says Uber on my face. Let me know.
I hate to do this guy, but look, sexual entitlement makes dating and male and female interactions worse for literally everyone. And I just actually want to talk about how dangerous it is, because the belief that driving someone home, that spending money, that buying drinks, going on a date, anything really, it can be caught in, whatever, right? It means you're owed something physical, sex, whatever, in return is just dangerous and toxic. There's this dynamic that plays out constantly in dating, that men often pursue sex as a primary goal, at least early on, right? And women know this, and some, not all, not the majority, but at least some, will try and leverage that interest to play men, right? To use them. So this entire mindset, this system is just so toxic and transactional. And it's one of the main reasons there's so much resentment on both sides, because we both feel used. Men feel used, women feel used and coerced and pressured, and no one's actually connecting with each other. But the real danger isn't just the bitterness or feeling used or resentment. That's all surface level. It's that second level, right? What happens when someone who has that mindset of entitlement, of transaction, takes it to the extreme? Like, I've seen a second video from this guy saying if he didn't get anything, he wouldn't do anything, right? Fair enough. But that same mindset, someone else will use and take it too far. I know people are going to challenge me on the numbers, but just please listen. There could be 100 people. 99 people might operate with this exact same mindset of entitlement, right? If I drive her home, I better get some. I paid for her drinks. I paid for dates. I courted her. She owes me. And then they don't get sex, and that's it. Nothing happens. They may end up bitter, frustrated. They may think it's unfair, but that's it, right? End of the day, both are safe. There's going to be at least one person who truly believes they're owed something, and they'll take it too far. They might not accept no for an answer. They might become aggressive, threatening, violent, and they'll assault someone. And that's where this mindset of entitlement can ruin lives. And every time you reinforce the idea that driving someone home, that spending money, that putting in effort or time earns you sex or physical access to another person, you are contributing to a mindset that in its extreme justifies violence. And I know I'm taking it to the extreme, right?
He's not taking it to the extreme. The extreme is most men are feeling like they're owed sex, or they're feeling like they're owed something from a woman because they took her on a date, and they get violent. That is why you see women speaking out about this a lot. So no, you're not being extreme enough. Most men feel like they're entitled to something if they take a woman on a date or on 2 or 3 dates. They feel like they're entitled to something, rather that's her body, her time, her attention. And that's dangerous, because that can turn into a woman losing her life.
Because I really want you to understand like where it can lead to. And I have to be absolutely clear. Nothing entitles you to another person's body. Nothing. Not a car ride, not buying drinks, not an expensive dinner, not a series of dates, not a whole string of courting, not a relationship, not even marriage. Because you see it on here sometimes as well. Nothing. And the other side of that is, look, we need to learn to handle rejection without bitterness. Because someone not wanting to sleep with you is not that deep. It's not them using you. Because they don't owe you anything. They're just not interested. And that's okay. That is their right. Look, everyone is going to get played sometimes. Just have to deal with it. It's part of being a man. I'm sorry, you will get played, but it's not that deep. You're not owed anything. Now, if you're a woman watching, please hear this. Do not put yourself at risk. Whether it's for a free dinner, for a ride home, or money. Men are unsafe. And I'm not saying that as all men are unsafe, but men are unsafe because while most people will just be disappointed, you can't identify the person who won't take rejection well and the people who will take rejection well. So you deserve better than putting yourself in situations where you feel obligated or pressured or unsafe. And I know some people are going to say that sounds like I'm victim blaming. I'm really not. I'm just saying it straight. Look, I've spoken to the men already. They need to change that mindset. But there are going to be some who never will. And you can't control them, but you can control what you do to protect yourself.
Are you gorgeous? What's your name?
Okay, I'm not interested.
Oh, I'm not your type?
Okay, please leave me alone.
What you mean? Dang, girls rule like that? You can't even take a call. Say thank you. I'll take it back. You ugly.
Another reason as to why we have a male loneliness epidemic. You see, this also shows that y'all lack accountability. You guys approach a woman in a really dumb way. She says she's not interested, and all of a sudden, that makes her rude. That makes her a bad person. Just because she didn't give you a chance. Avoiding accountability. And this is the mindset, this is the attitude that keeps y'all single. You don't know how to approach women, you can't handle rejection, and you avoid accountability. This is really bad. I mean, listen, this male loneliness epidemic, this is on y'all. Guys, this is so simple, okay? If you learn to approach women in a respectful way, you're going to have a better outcome, okay? Even if she says no, it'll be better.
Men feel entitled. They feel entitled to your time. They feel entitled to have your attention. They feel entitled to your money. They feel entitled to your body. Men feel that that is their birthright and you are being a difficult woman for not giving them what they want. He feels entitled to all these things without doing nothing for you. He asks you for your number and you tell him you're not interested, so he gets aggressive towards you. When you set your boundaries, he says that you're trying to ruin the relationship. He asks you for your money. You tell him no, and he gets angry at you. Men feel like they are the prize. The worst thing is a lot of women treat them like they are the prize. He rarely calls you, and then suddenly one day he finally calls, and you are cooking for him, cleaning for him, sleeping with him. It takes 1 week to respond to your message, or when he finally responds, you drop everything you're doing to give him your attention. If you keep giving to a man who feels entitled, he will keep taking from you without any care or concern how it is making you feel, or how much it is costing you. If you keep treating him as the prize, then he will keep treating you as his possession.
So this man just said it all. Men notice when they treat you bad and you respond in a positive way. Like they take forever to respond to your text messages, or they don't answer your calls, and when they do, you're happy about it and you're still nice to them. Shit, y'all, I'm a Virgo, so when anybody takes 2 hours or a day to respond to my call, I just automatically assume I'm not important to them, and I just back off. Like, so, but y'all are doing this to men, and I think men recognize when you are treating them good when they're treating you bad. That, like, I notice that when anybody is treating me bad, I back off. I start matching energy and treating them the way they treat me. But men are not as dumb as y'all think they are. When they're treating you bad and you're still treating them good and giving them your all of your attention and all of your time and being nice, they notice that and they'll keep treating you bad and they'll keep getting all the good benefits. And I feel like that's with any relationship. If you are allowing anybody to treat you bad and ignore you and go hours and days without responding to your text messages or your calls, and they're just getting back to you when they feel like it, they're going to treat you bad. Y'all have to match energies. Stop treating people good who are treating you bad.
I keep seeing videos of this dude crashing out because he can't handle rejection, and like in his video he was saying how he wants to knock out women sometimes when they reject him. And brother, you should never want to put your hands on anybody because you got rejected. Like, you got some major issues going on if you feel like you want to knock a girl out because she rejected you. Like, I hope people understand this. Nobody owes you shit in this world, alright? I don't care if you're ugly, if you're hot, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get rejected. That's what life is. Like, everybody gets rejected. Like, that is how life works. But you know, I can tell how he gets rejected, because if you handle yourself like that emotionally after getting rejected, I can only imagine what you're saying to these girls before you get rejected. Like, I just don't understand, why is it so hard to move on once you get rejected? Like, you don't even know this girl, or like you're going up to a random girl saying, hey, can I get your number? And she's like, no, like, I'm not interested. Just move on. Like, who cares? And I really mean this. I feel like anybody who gets that upset because they got rejected by somebody, it means that they have this really weird sense of like entitlement, that like, oh, they're owed something by the other person, you know, like to get their number, to like, you know, get their Instagram, whatever it may be. And it's like, why do you feel like, you know, somebody owes you to go out with you or to give you your number or snap? It makes no sense.
I just feel so in love, bro. I just feel like it's really me against the world, man. About to do something that, like, what? Okay, I won't do it. Huh? Yeah. You just flipped. Oh my God.
So a lot of straight men out here who don't deal with men, who don't sleep with men, who don't date men, have no idea what's going on because they don't listen to women. But there are a lot of gay men who deal with men who know what straight women are talking about. They sympathize with what women who are dealing with men are talking about.
Last few days, I've been seeing some upticks in men throwing tantrums because women have, you know, not been allowing them access to their bodies. Now, I want to start off with an interesting video today.
I just sat in the car with a bitch, with a hoe, for 3 fucking hours. I drove to get her, bro. You think I'm be getting some ass, right? You think I'm getting played?
If you deal with men, you know what this is like for sure. There is this, and let me pause so I can get my words right. When I came on here the other day and I had made my video and I told you guys, you're made to feel bad. You're made to feel crazy in this modern dating world if you refuse sex. I didn't say it like that the other day, but that's really what I was trying to get at in so many ways. And that's why we are in this large currency of this large wealth of men coming online and creating a digital footprint of them complaining so vulgarly, so boldly, so enthusiastically that a woman did not allow her access allow him access to her body is very important. And it goes to show you guys that the whole guilt trip that was happening happening 2 or 3 years ago where women were made that they need to stop giving it up so much, that women have become too over-sexual, that women, give it up too freely. But when a woman says, no, I don't want to allow you access to my body, or I want you to get to know me first, or I want to see real tangible signs, and not you just doing these things to eventually get access to my body, but to actually try to learn me as a person. And it goes down so deep into society that men don't see the people that they have sex with as people. Or a lot of them don't. They don't see them as somebody, and especially if they're not in a relationship with them or anything like that, or whatever the case may be. So when you guys are, quote, linking with these people, or, you're meeting with them for the first time, and they're expecting you to hook up, or they're expecting you to have sex, you need to, and I've even had to learn it. We all have to learn it. Like, genuinely, we all have to learn it. Whether you're a gay, a girl, you deal with men. In any type of form of variety, you are going to have to learn this. And people are going to say, what about the women? But I don't even entertain that phrase anymore, because anytime that people are asking what about the women, it's always because you're asking something super serious about men. You're asking something that can be said at a larger rate, about men. You're asking something in response that largely was likely created by a man, done first by a man. So it really loses the point. So, and even when they bring up, like, back in the day, and I've said this before, you have to understand women didn't have a choice. When the men were gone, they were sneaking doing the things that they wanted to do. But like I said, now that women do have bodily autonomy, they're mad when women do give it up too much. They're mad when women don't give it up enough. They're upset when women don't give access to their body. And they think that low amounts of, and then this is what I'm going to give a personal anecdote. This is why I have said I don't really like Pisces men. And Scorpio and Pisces, I've been wanting to come on here and say this. I think people already know this. Scorpio and Pisces do not go together. Point blank, period. But, and people, I just saw, like, on my Jay-Z video, some hoe was like, zodiac signs, I can't take this serious. Well, you're an idiot, babe. Because that stuff be real. It do be real. That stuff be real. The zodiac signs and stuff, I'm very much into that. But like I said, let me give you guys my personal story. I was told that waiting for me to go inside of the door, was effort. And to me, that's the bare minimum. That's bare minimum chivalry. That's bare minimum, if you care about a person, not even in a relationship, just as a friend, you would watch them go inside if it's dark or it's late. But, when I explicitly stated, I don't want to give up my body, or you were guilt tripped, and you are thrown bare minimum effort. That's why you're going to continue to see these men in 2026 come online and throw tantrums because women are refusing them their bodies, or because women are refusing to accept the bare minimum, and people are refusing to accept the bare minimum. And like I said, I'm not going to tie everything back to the gay conversation, but this is a warning to the gays. You need to be selective, because the reason that a lot of them are now at your doorstep is because a woman said no, and women are saying no because they're not accepting the bare minimum. You don't accept the bare minimum either. Point blank, period. So yeah, you're going to continue to see these tantrums. You're going to continue to see them come online, rant and rave, and nothing will ever be enough for these delusional types online. It's not every man, but it's a large amount of them online. And you guys also need to remember something I drove home. You're going to continue to see the worst types of people online, because that's what the algorithm likes, and that's what the algorithm pushes out to you. Demurely out. There were also a few more things that I did want to add too. This young lady also said in her video, and I forgot to address it, she said, why don't they go and get a prostitute? And why don't they get the prostitute? Because when I just talked to you guys about the low effort, and they will make the bare minimum. So these men basically feel like they are entitled to better options. So if you're not actively selling it, or if you're not like actively on that, okay, you have to pay me for my smacks, or you have to pay me for my time type energy, or my time is money type energy, whatever it is that, these people call prostituting these days, they try to, they think that that's a level. And it is. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not trying to dehumanize the sex workers, because at the end of the day, the demand is there. And if it wasn't for men, there would be no sex workers, right?
It is literally so fucking crazy how men will feel entitled to your body no matter what. Like, you legit could have did something sexually with a man 5+ years ago, and he still feels like today you're obligated to give him some.
because y'all have some type of sexual past or history. Like, nigga, technically, I don't even know you. Like, I swear to God, they'll literally think because y'all have some type of history or past, whether you guys did something once or twice or just, you know, anything like that, they feel like that expedites the process of them getting to know you and all of that stuff. Like, no, I don't even fucking know you anymore. Like, it's been so long ago, I don't even know that version of me anymore. That is not who I am anymore. That person that you knew years ago, all them years ago, that is not who I am anymore. Like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out my face.
I'm so tired of men. I mean, that could just be the post right there, but like, I'm so tired of men thinking that they are entitled to your body, like, just because. I'm out at a club with my girlfriends, and we meet a group of guys, and one of them is like talking to me, and I forget like what we're talking about, but he's like, give me a hug. And I say no. I say, no, I don't want to give you a hug. And he goes, oh my God, you're crazy. You're crazy. And then all of his dudes laugh. They think that's so funny. They think it's so funny. This is what we mean when we say all men. I don't want to give you a fucking hug. I don't owe you fucking shit. I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you anything. Okay? And then if you're one of those dudes who laughs when your homie is calling a woman crazy because she doesn't want to fucking touch you, this is what we mean when we say it's all of you. It's all men.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna get me in a lot of trouble.
But this couldn't be that bad, could it? Let's see.
Y'all women are only talking and have phones and internet and running your mouth about men and divorce and child support. Y'all only doing that because we allow it. If men as a whole decided that we want y'all to shut the fuck up, who would stop us? Who would stop us from doing whatever the fuck we want to y'all? Y'all even exist in harmony and have a good life and able to work because we allow it, because we're good people. Because men as a whole are good people.
He just said the quiet part out loud. This attitude right here, this is the building block of the patriarchy under which we all live. This is the entitlement that men feel that they have over who gets what. It is a lack of accountability, and it is a toxicity that is seeped into everything. It's something that we all grow up under this umbrella. Children, men, women, everybody grows up under this. And women now, the younger generations have gotten better about this. They're slowly starting to recognize it. But so many men don't. So many women have understood it, and they are fighting against it, and they are being vocal. And men are mistaking their women's attempts to dismantle the patriarchy as misandry, which is an imaginary thing that men are creating just to become victims, because men are the oppressors. They are the people in charge. They are the reason that the patriarchy exists, but they also want to play victim. And there are men who are trying to combat it and trying to grow and dismantle the patriarchy. And of course, they're called simps and cucks and gay and things like that, whatever little childhood insults men can throw at them, because so many men are complacent, even though the patriarchy harms men too. But these men who in one breath will say, I can take everything that you own away from you and I can give you your rights, but men are good guys, are the reason that until it's no men, it's all men.
Get the fuck away from me. Why are you following me? Why are you following me? You fucking weirdo. Why the fuck are you following me? Go away. You a bitch. You spitting on a woman. You a bitch. Fuck, leave me the fuck alone. Why are you following me? What the fuck is wrong with you? The fuck?
So what, you have a boyfriend or something?
Yes, I have a boyfriend.
Okay, what does that mean?
I'm a feminist.
Bro, women.
You have to say you're a feminist for these guys to leave you alone.
You do not have to accept her
rejection.
You do, because that's called consent. You're probably asking yourself, who the fuck is this guy?
I'm a professional dating coach, and I teach guys how to understand the female mind.
I'm gonna call you brother boyfriend because I refuse to call you Alpha Dom, a nickname you gave yourself. So, brother boyfriend, I'm a gay man and I'm pretty confident I understand the female mind better than you do. You know a pregnant woman's 5th leading cause of death is homicide by her partner? I'm guessing you didn't. I'm also guessing you don't have a lot of honest conversations with the women in your life because they would tell you that they are terrified sometimes to turn a man down. Women have violently been assaulted and murdered just for not giving out their phone number to a guy who asked. And why? It's because we have dating professionals like you who are teaching young men out there to fear and not be willing to accept rejection. We continue to fail young men because of people like you who are teaching and perpetuating toxic masculinity. Instead, we should teach young men it's okay to feel complex emotions when we're rejected, to validate them, but to respect women anyway. No means no, and as a professional dating coach, I would think that consent would be the #1 thing you would teach. I'm not sure what credentials you have to call yourself a professional dating coach, other than isolating the code that generates immense attraction and wielding power over women, driving them to a state of obsession, making them prioritize you above all. I'm embarrassed reading that. I think the only power you yield over women is the X for saying something like that. I think women have enough stress and worry when they go on dates. They also shouldn't have to live with anxiety wondering if the guy they're about to go on a date on took one of Alpha Dom's $10 online courses. Maybe you need to take an online course on consent and reevaluate your professional teaching.
This is one of my favorite tactics to get a guy like this to leave you alone.
You do not have to accept her rejection.
We all know by now that the safest way to reject a man is to have him reject you. I have other videos on how to scare men away, but this is a super simple tactic I call the face card. If a man's not respecting your no, or you just don't want to engage with him in the first place, you're just gonna hold the craziest face you have and freeze. Some guys will laugh and think it's cute at first, but you just have to commit. Do not break character, do not answer any questions, just hold the face. And if you commit to this long enough, they'll say, "You're fucking weird," and walk away. Here's an example using the rest of the video.
And she said, "Oh, I'm not really interested." And I, instead of just going, "Okay," and then just turning away, I did this. "Why would you not be interested in me? I'm the best. Absolutely the best." And she's like, "Oh, how?" I'm like, "Well, you'd have to come over to my house to find out. And you'd also have to be okay with King. You'd also have to be okay with my mastery of the robes. The fact I have multiple women. Actually, maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't be the best for me."
So a man gets mad at a woman for not inviting him over to her place after the first date. Check out this video.
Okay, so this woman goes on one date with the guy that she met less than a week ago, and the date goes well. The next morning, after the first date, she wakes up to this text from him because she didn't invite him to her house. "Good morning. I really had a good time last night. Thank you for everything. To be honest, I can't trust anyone that doesn't invite me to their home. Yes, I think you're living with someone else. Yes, my home is open to you. That's trust."
Nope, automatic block. How can you get mad at her for not inviting you over after the first date? She barely knows you. She really doesn't know you at all. And you're mad about that. And he talking about his home is open for her. Of course it is, because you're only wanting one thing. Oh, that reminds me. I've said this before, but I'll say it again because you guys don't get it. Everybody say it with me. Stranger danger. Stranger danger, stranger danger, stranger danger, danger. Sylvester.
Okay, like what day works for you then at that point? So this stupid bitch gonna respond saying, "I'm not interested." Now this is the problem that I have. Why the fuck would you match me? Why would you text me at 5 in the morning, having a little conversation, then just say I'm not interested? Why the fuck would you match me? I'm already tired from work. I'm about to be an hour off my shift. Why the fuck would you fucking waste my time like that? So I said, "Why'd you match? What happened?" Then this dumb heifer said, "Being matched doesn't mean I'm interested." You see why I say some of you bitches need to be backhanded? It's a dating app. The whole point is to match with people you're interested in, you stupid airheaded ass bitch.
This is what we like to call an incel. So old girl did a great job by not ending up going on that date, because by not going on that date, we found out a couple things about this loser. Number one, he think it's okay to beat women. That's already enough. I could stop right there. Right? He think it's okay to backhand a woman simply because you don't get what you want out of her. Right? Just because you match with her on a dating app and she didn't end up going through with having a date with you, you think that she deserved to be beat. So that's already a problem. But it's the entitlement. It's the entitlement of thinking that just because you match with her on a dating app that you automatically get a date. I don't know how this dating app stuff works, right? But from the comments I was reading, matching with somebody means nothing. Just listening to all the anger in his voice and how upset this made him simply because he didn't get a date out of this woman. God only knows what he would do to this woman, right? He seems like an angry man. I guarantee you he's short. He give me short, mean little man syndrome. But I'm so glad that this girl, I don't know if it was her intuition or what it was that made her not go on that date with him, but whatever she had go through her mind and made her be like, nah, good job. Your best of the best men are not on dating apps. That's it. That's all. That's what it is. And I don't really care what man get offended by that. It's the truth. If a man is desirable, he's able to get women with no problem. Why would he need to have assistance with a dating app? Right? And even again, like I said before, even if it's him just wanting to find a bunch of women to have sex with, that still is a character flaw. It would still mean not a great guy, right? There's no way you can spin it to make men on dating apps be a great catch. You just can't. It's given, reject, clearance, goodwill. Don't want it. Don't want it. But y'all girls really need to be careful with what y'all be matching with and talking to on these dating apps, because it could turn out to be one of these incels like this who think that when he don't get what he want from you, that he could beat you.
Women saying that men aren't lonely enough, and this is exceptionally dangerous for women. Their isolation turns into aggression, and guess who that's taken out on? So as a woman, before you promote men aren't lonely enough, be very careful, because the consequences may be coming for you.
Hey there, Brad. What do you mean by that? What do you, actually, I don't need you to elaborate. You're literally on the internet threatening to harm women who are talking about men who treat them the exact way you are on the internet treating women. Irony is chasing you, but you are running faster, huh? Whoa, spoiler alert, lock in here, Women's Sphere. Didn't mean to startle you with my several months later glow up. I know I've put this video out before, but he's trending again with it, and I don't feel bad about it because he doubled down on it. So let's recap it, shall we? And I'm gonna go watch the season finale of Love Island. There's not a lot of times in this life where I'm actually still left speechless by a video that's been sent to me from a man. But yeah, y'all are really out here doing absolutely anything besides going to therapy, even to the point where you're now threatening to harm women if they don't get with you. And that is quite literally the definition of making your problem everyone else's. And I can't help but wonder if that's what he means when he claims he's helped transform over 112 lives, which is already a weirdly specific number, but are you transforming them for the worse? Give me 300,000 bears over whatever these men are. And I don't know if I've ever actually said this out loud, but just for you today, Brad, there are some men out there that indeed are clearly not lonely enough.
It's men. It's always men. If you think about all the ills that society is dealing with today, let's just focus on the United States right now. It always centers on men. The majority of crime, the majority of murder, the majority of rapes, the majority of beatings, robberies, it all centers on men. Yet it is men who the majority of the time hold all the power, and it's men who are often filled with hate that give you targets of your aggression for the atrocities. They'll tell you it's the immigrants. They'll tell you it's the black people. They'll tell you it's young people. They'll tell you it's people with this type of hair. It's people with nose rings, people with tattoos. They always create enemies when the commonality is men. Men need to do better. Men need to protect women and stop killing women. Men need to protect women and stop raping women. Men need to protect children and stop raping children. Men need to protect children and stop killing children. It's men. We're responsible. So are we going to do better, or we keep putting our fucking head in the sand and pretending it's some mystical, far off being that we all have to fight? It's men. The world leaders are mostly men. The wars, everything is fucking men. We're responsible. My guess is we won't do better. We've pretended that we are the wiser, stronger, better at everything. since the dawn of time. It's fucking stupid. It's men.
If you made it to the end of this video, then you already know this is a conversation people need to be having. So don't leave quietly. Like this video, comment your thoughts below, share it with somebody who needs to hear it. Every interaction pushes this conversation further into the algorithm and helps this channel grow.